What's up, guys and gals, and welcome back. My name is Splattercat, and we are here playing Rimworld. This is a really cool game, and I like it a lot, and we've got more raiders coming in first. Ugh. So we could end up with some problems here. We've got pistols, we've got M24s, M16s, that's a really good gun, R4 charge rifles, and Molotovs, but nothing to be incredibly terrified of. We don't have a lot of electricity. You. This could be quite problematic. So let's turn the lights off, because we don't have a choice. The big problem that I'm running into right now, in case you didn't know why I'm kind of hemming and hawing about the situation, is... Let's turn off the nutrient paste dispenser. So basically anything that requires power we need to turn off right now. So we'll turn that off. An eclipse has come at exactly the wrong moment. And so we need to get our battery power stocked up. Oh good, the eclipse ended just in time. Oh my. My heart was in my throat right there. And that's one of the big game enders that you've got to watch out for. Is that if you get an eclipse at the wrong time, it can basically end your society right there. Like, good luck. Now we are we gaining power while we're sitting in darkness here? You, sir, get the hell back here. What are you doing? Do not go out there right now. Do not haul anything. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Just GTF over here. Now, on this one, we may have to step out to make sure they don't set our power supply on fire. And so there it is right there. We're going to run away. Okay, I don't think they're going to set my power supply on fire, and if they do, we'll deal with that in a minute. But at the moment, the only thing that I'm concerned about... God, let's see how bad it's going to be. Let's turn the power back on. And now that the turrets are running... Oh, we're still gaining power. That's such a good thing, and it makes me so happy. Happy, happy, joy, joy. Alright, so let's go right over there. I bet people nowadays don't even know what happy, happy, joy, joy comes from, man. Did you guys come back on? I always forget how old that reference is now. You guys come back online, for realsies. Like, this is kind of a big deal. Like, I need you guys on board with this. And if you're not, then I need you to leave, preferably. So let's get everybody into a position where they can return fire. I didn't see a lot of frag grenades in this group, so we should be alright with regards to, like, ranged weapons being shot at us. Oh, we do have fires to think about, though. That's bad. Well, we'll deal with those in just a minute. We're inside a cave, so the benefit of being inside a cave is that fires don't spread. Will, you're off the hook. Get the hell out of here. Is that my... I don't think that's my guy, but... I mean, obviously, I'm trying to make sure right now. And they are just all in behind that wall. So let's get a couple people to put out fires right now. Because we do have a lot of flames flying around. It's kind of one of those seeing the flames begin to crawl moments. I also need somebody to rescue Will. Oh my god, killed by my own turrets. Okay, so your turrets are actually pretty bad at aiming. Alright, whatever. Let's get everybody rescued. We'll get everybody off duty right now. That could potentially explode any moment unless they put it out. Okay, good. So we didn't lose any turrets, which is always the big thing that you have to stress about when you play this game. Inessa lost her mind, so I guess we'll capture her. We'll put her prisoner needs back up. She got beat so bad that she went crazy. Understandable. Completely and totally understandable. Let's unlock all these guns. I think we got a couple of good guns here on that last play. So there's the charge rifle right there. The charge rifle is in fact the best gun in the game. It's rapid fire, it's incredibly accurate, it has a really long range, and it's a laser, so it goes pa-choo, pa-choo, pa-choo every time that you fire it. Which on top of, I mean, it's just icing on the cake. Like, how much more awesome could that be? So anyways, we'll equip an M16 right there. Looks like we gave Squirrel doctoring. He's got a pistol, give him a shotgun. Just in case we get close proximity attacked. He's got that. Give him a shotgun. We're going to power down everything here. We'll repower up everything over here. And hopefully we can trust that nothing else like terrible is going to happen in this episode. I can't guarantee it. That's my big kind of thing right there, is I can't promise you nothing else terrible is going to happen. Because the raider attacks seem really well, they seem really syncopated, I guess is the way that I would put it. They don't have like a necessary rhythm to them. They just sort of happen, and then you just deal with them happening. Sometimes you go a really, really long time without a raider attack. Sometimes you go like 12 seconds and you get attacked again right after you just got done cleaning up the last attack. So it's almost impossible to know how things are going to happen. We also need to assign somebody else as a warden. And since he's an empath, which means he's basically a psychic, I'll have him work as a warden as well, because Big Cook is out of commission, and he was our warden before, so we have nobody to heal or feed or talk to Anessa right now and get her back on our side. We should also consider getting some of these bodies out of the way. Local Muffalo has gone mad. Okay, so we're going to need these two. Muffalos can be kind of a problem. They do give you a lot of meat, though, if you can kill one, so there it is right there. Things to think about. If you can kill a Muffalo, I mean, I've killed an entire herd before when I really needed food for like a winter or something like that, and you can get yourself, I don't think he's a hauler. I don't think he'll haul dead bodies. We can go with Kelly. We can go with Jay. I mean, the problem with that last fight is they all kind of congregated in this hallway. They didn't all make it out of the hallway. So I think I need to situate people more down here to kind of force them out. Mysterious Blight has destroyed our crops. Inside, too? Okay, so our inside crops are gone as well. That doesn't leave us with a whole lot of options for the future. Let's haul some Wang. It was the character's name, by the way, if you were wondering where the joke came from. So we are now officially hauling Wang. Let's get all these bodies out of the way, too. I mean, I just don't want to deal with bodies right now. Semyon's not a cleaner, unfortunately, so he won't get rid of them. No. There we go. Get that. We've got a little bit of food, but I can't guarantee that it's going to last us any amount of time. We did get about 150... Ooh, that's actually really well timed. So we got about 150 food out of a Muffalo, and that should keep us totally covered as things go increasingly wrong. We've also got another eclipse coming. The game doesn't have a lot of events, in case you haven't noticed. Like, there's not a lot of events going on in this game. Sometimes you just got to deal with things. Just be like, well, nothing good is going to ever happen to us ever again. Clean up Zuniga. There we are. We have a cargo. Oh, I didn't. I clicked it with the wrong clicker. I don't know where it fell out of orbit at, but there's a lot of them around. I mean, down here we've got a veritable treasure trove of just stuff you might want if you were playing the game, but it's such a long walk to go get this stuff that I just don't see the point. We could do with an industrial trader showing up pretty soon, or a weapon trader, either or. Who's our best shooter, by the way? Let me start panning through people, because we want to give them the charge rifle, whoever's the best. Big Cook, what are you good at? Not very good at shooting, and so... Well, you have no guns, so we might as well. Alright, and let me make sure that anybody else who was wounded still has a weapon as well. Yeah, so Will isn't strapped anymore either. I would prefer that Will just take a pistol. Eventually we'll get around to cleaning all this up, but that will not be right now. I could put in some, like, I know you guys probably want me to put in sandbags at this point. I've recorded almost this entire series in one sitting, so I know the typical arguments that are going to be coming up from people that are like, really, oh, I forgot to have that turned on. God. Let's check and see if anybody happens to be here right now. Nope. So that explains why the traders haven't been coming through, so we fixed that problem. And I think now we just sort of wait it out and kind of see where everything goes to. I mean, I'm not potentially super terrified about the prospects of anything that's coming after us, so we should be alright. Yeah, I mean, I really like our base right now. We're doing pretty well as far as this game goes. They're also going to haul the last of the metal back over, which is nice. I would like to kind of mine in this way and see if there's any metal around here anywhere that we could exploit. So I may give mining orders to do something like that, just kind of exploratory mining to see what we can find, in the hopes that maybe there'll be something useful we can capitalize on. We've got a trader here. He's got a bunch of food, but I don't think we need food right now. I think what we could really rely on is some metal, so I may trade him some cash in the off chance that he's got, like, yeah, 96 metal. And so he's charging us a lot for that metal. In fact, it's 5 for a metal, so no, we're not going to do that. However, it is a seller's market, so if we really wanted to sell some metal, we could make out like a bandit, but I don't think that's gonna happen, so. And if you were paying attention right there when I was clicking through tabs, you can indeed trade for people. There are slave traders that come through every now and again. I don't know if you have to train the slaves to be part of your society, like you have to do them the same way that you do like a normal prisoner, where you kind of work them in and talk to them and get them to join you, or if they just join and they're totally cool and okay with it. I'm not really sure how that plan plays out, but it is a thing, so that you guys are aware of the fact that it exists. How are our crops doing? We need to recover really badly. I mean, we had a lot of muffalo meat around, but it's only going to last so long. I think we're down to probably 20 meals or so. We could also take a few people here and hunt. If we could ever actually hit him. And it's raining, so we don't need to worry about that fire, if you're wondering why I'm not rushing to, like, send somebody over to handle the fire. So yeah, let's kill off some animals right now to make sure that we make it through kind of this little tough period. I don't want that. I want R. There we go. I know my hotkeys. I am aware. And then we also want to move our stock room inside. We haven't seen any metal, unfortunately. Just a little bit worrisome. So we'll go out this way. Was really kind of hoping to get a bit more metal before anything else goes wrong, but it's alright. We're in a really, really good position here as far as the game goes, so we should be okay. This might also interfere with digging out this room right here, which is going to be my storage room. If that is indeed the case, what I'll do is I'll put it over here. Battery store's looking okay? Battery store's looking fantastic. Good. And so we've got, how many batteries do I have? 11. So I've got 11,000 watts. I've got 11 kilowatts. Okay. So we should, I think that's what a WD is, right? I don't know what a WD is. I'm not an electrician. Not an electrician. I was going to apprentice as one for a little while, but then I decided that the thought of lightning running through my body on a regular basis and zapping myself inside out probably wasn't too attractive. Electricians make some money, though. At least they do where I live at. The few people that I know that are electricians are just like rolling in cash nowadays. There we go. That's what we're looking for. And so what we want to watch for is if it pops out right here, we'll know that it's southward facing, and we'll kind of see what direction it goes in. We don't have enough money right now to carpet everything, which is the only other thing that I'm a little bit morose about. I do wish that we had the time... to ensure that everything was carpeted, but unfortunately, carpet is one of those big investments in the game that it costs a lot of metal, but if you can get it done, whenever one of your little Rimworld is just walking across carpet, it just naturally makes him happier. People like the feeling of carpet in their toes, and I can understand that. I had a shag carpet one time, and it was like my favorite thing ever. Let's go ahead and mine that out. I don't like sending people deep into the mines like this, but everybody should be pretty happy right now. If I start to see anybody flashing little exclamation points, I'll send them to go do something else for a little bit. How is this harvest doing? 56%. I think we're doing alright, but I do want to get another... Let's start going with that right now. So what I'll do is I will put in 2 little doors right there, I think. And then we'll just go out for another set of hydroponics. Maybe even extend that out a little bit further. And then we'll just stick a door like right there and right there. I don't know. We're still failing to recruit our own people back, which is disappointing, but sometimes it takes a really, really long time to convince somebody to rejoin you. I've had it fail just over and over again at 30%. I think I've run probably weeks and weeks and weeks at a time. Oh, we're at 67 days right now. We're not doing too bad for this playthrough. Not doing too badly anyways if I wanted to preserve my English. acumen, my English acumen, I suppose. And so now we're looking at a much bigger supply of nice things as well. I'm going to take that back to there. No. I think 7 deep is when it starts to collapse on you, so we'll go like that. And then we'll also put in right there. We've got a traveler named Raygun is passing by. She's a space pirate. Never dated a girl named Raygun before. That would be one of those interesting kind of... So did your parents grow up in the 60s, or like what happened there? I don't think we're going to be able to run her down before she gets off the map in time. I mean, we may be able to. What are her... Can she do stuff? She is incapable of caring or social abilities, but she's a vat-grown soldier who is also a space pirate. It's pretty cool. Everybody's sleeping right now. I'm not going to disturb them. Whatever. They can sleep. They're doing a bunch of mining, and so I feel like if I take them out of their beds right now, it's going to make them grumpy, and then we'll have a higher chance that they'll probably like break off and run away or something. We've got enough people at the moment anyways to where I don't have excess facilities to start storing other people. So I think it may be better. We've got Volova, and they're here to sell us, or actually to give us some silver in return for our excess guns. And so we'll sell off the excess firearms right now. We'll go down to the bottom. We'll go... Whatever profit we can turn around is what we want to do. And so we've got 173 there. I will buy out all of his metal just to say that I did. And we're going to need another spaceport. So let's build that now rather than later. Or another launch pad, I'm sorry. Oop, that's not what I wanted. We'll cancel you. We'll do another 2, in fact. Damn it. I am just having terrible mouse control today. I've got Parkinson's or something. My hands are all shaky. I'm not entirely sure why. They're just like, I can't do it right now. And they're just not, like, hanging in there with me. I'm like, come on. Come on, hands. Work with me. And so I think... Oh, they're not going to share the same zoning. So we'll say that raw resources, silver, and then we'll just slot it up with weapons one more time. And then on this launch pad, I wish that scrap traders would be added to the game, because over the course of the game, you end up with so much scrap that's just laying around. It gets really, really brutal. I'll probably make a scrap pile down here. I'll probably just iron all this out, just turn this whole thing into a scrap pile. Because you get these little things just laying all over the place, especially if you have a lot of losses randomly. With this launch pad... And if you're wondering how I'm getting to the storage, you got to click it twice. The zoning is actually underneath the launch pad, so you got to click it twice as though they were overlapping with one another. My ear is really itchy right now. It's kind of one of those weird things. Like, why would an ear be as itchy as it is right now? But it is incredibly itchy, and it's keeping me. I have to itch it with my right hand, because my left hand is preoccupied at the moment. Let's see here. I think I'll go... Oh, yeah, we've got silver, and then we need just more weapons. We're going to have those do, like, the exact same thing. And so this is pretty much how you're going to write out the remainder of the game if you like this game and if you've played it long enough and you like surviving. I mean, that's the other part, is like, do you like living? Do you enjoy playing the game and not having to restart every 4 seconds? Which, for me, was a resounding yes when I first started playing. When I first strapped this game in, it was not kind to me. It was a very, very mean game. Put in some standing lamps here. And so I hope in some way, in watching me play the game, that you've been able to glean some sort of managerial insight as to what works inside the game. Now, this strategy could completely and totally be obsolete within the next patching cycle. I mean, all the developer really has to do in order to make this no longer work is make it so that if the enemies aren't constantly within visual range of one of your guys, they just start destroying stuff, and then this strategy will never work again. But before he does that, I would recommend he actually put in some kind of... I don't know, some kind of way to defer the raiders. As it stands right now, turrets are bugged and they cause you to spawn way too many raiders. There's a bunch of problems with the game right now, and you can overwhelm the bug. So once you get, it seems like it has a hard cap on it, so once you have a certain amount of turrets, it doesn't matter and you just stop getting extra raiders. And so you really just kind of want to high cap the whole thing. Let's go for the zone right here. We're going to call this a stockpile for everything else that we want to haul. Ooh, it's green. I like that. And then we'll get rid of this one over here. Finally, we'll get rid of this zone, so... delete you, and that will give us some time in between here and the next raider attack to make sure that everything is filed away in the place that I'd like it. And so don't be alarmed by the fact that our entire storage supply right here has basically gone down to 0. What we really need now is an industrial trader. I mean, if we get another weapons trader, did he have R4 charge rifles? That might be something worth buying right now if he has them. He has an Uzi, but nothing else. You're not really speaking to me here, pal. I'll sell you a few more guns, though. More silver, huzzah! So we are well shekelled at the moment. Okay, and we got Anessa back, which is nice. That's an extra person to work and get things done. Unfortunately, I just sold off... Oh, never mind. There's pistols laying around. Hell yeah. I love the fact that my hauling queue is really, really inefficient. Over here, we've got Toon, Will, Celia, Anna, Renata, Spider, pump shotguns, Uzis, M16s. If we can kill a couple guys during this fight right here, we're actually going to rearm our entire society pretty well. We're basically going to be militarized. We'll be quite Spartan by the end of all this. Let's go ahead and turn on all the guns now so that they're all spun up already and I don't have to forget to do it later. And Vlova, I thought that was them indicating that the enemy was ready for us finally. Luckily, they're not. I was going to say, that was a really quick charge if they decided to do it. It can be advantageous for you to bait them to come at you. If you want to do that, you take one guy, draft him, and you can come down to the bottom corner right here, and then just run the hell away, and then they'll start the attack early the second they see you. Probably a bad idea in most cases. I don't really recommend baiting the attack ever. Inessa is doing something. What is she doing? Stone cutting. That's kind of a weird thing to be occupying yourself with right now. I did leave a butcher. I did leave a stonecutter's bill up, though, so maybe I'll cancel that right now. It's a weird thing to be working on, I will admit. And so here comes the sun, and by sun I mean the loads and loads of enemies that are now going to be trying to consume us like a wonderful, amazing minestrone. And so they have seen us. And so now what we want to do is get everybody into kill positions. Ooh, and there it is right there. And he dropped himself an incendiary launcher. That's just a grenade launcher. It allows you to fire Molotovs much, much further. Ooh, and we had a couple... Let's get Will down here. Move, Will, move. Get yourself some defilade. Otherwise, you ain't gonna make it, Will. Okay, and so now the raiders are fleeing. Let's go ahead and unlock all these guns. And we've actually got... This is like Christmas for us right now. This is a really, really good thing for us. Wait, I thought the raiders were fleeing. Hold on, it said raiders were fleeing. Oh, they are. Okay, good. There we go. And so now we're going to turn these bad boys off. And everybody with a pistol, we'll grab an M16 down here. You've got an Uzi, so you're not first on the list. You've got a shotty. Semyon's got himself a pistol, so equip the charge rifle right this second. And as people run around, we'll deal with that later. So my name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me here in the Nerd Castle for another episode of Rimworld. It's a really fun game. I enjoy this game a lot, and I look forward to seeing where it's going to go in the future. We got all of our electronics are shut down because of a radiation storm. Oh well, whatever. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Take care out there, everybody, and hi-do.